What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. I'm Christopher Lee. This is Christopher Lee Shreds. I want to talk about my Squire Partscaster, Squire II no less. Sorry, fiddle with my knobs here. Squire II, 1993 neck. This is my first guitar ever. But as you notice, as you can see, this body is different. We did some swapping. I did some swapping. Basically, long story short, my storage unit was broken into. They stole my Kramer 7-string, which was kind of meant to be the backup to this black guitar you see right there, my RG7620. My Kramer was like a metallic black with, had a little bit of sparkle, 2 humbuckers, maple neck, 7-string, super rare Kramer. Someone jacked me for it. I had a black gig bag with big white letters, Kramer across it. It was a great guitar, had some pickup issues in the bridge. I had it in storage because I was going to get it fixed, and someone just broke into my unit around Christmas time. People would get desperate, and they took it, and almost as a mocking point, they took a lot of things, but they left some random things that either they had, didn't want, or thought they couldn't sell. And to mock me, they didn't grab this neck because it was originally attached to this body. And this body, because it was my first guitar ever, was covered in stickers. Stickers everywhere. And, electrical tape on it, because I just put random electrical tape. Every sticker under the sun. It was beat up. These are not the original electronics. I turned the knob to the point where it broke, and then I tried to undo it myself to see if it was an easy fix. I didn't know what I was doing. I should have never took it apart. It all fell apart in my hands and crumbled. Then it sat in an apartment that I might have had for a decade. Then it moved from the apartment to the storage unit where it, someone just looked at it and literally just kicked it to the side because it was gutted and covered in stickers and it said Squire. So they left it. But, it might not mean anything to them, but it's my first guitar ever. So it means a lot to me. So long story short, I did a little research. Great necks. Super good necks. I always like it. And it, basically, it's a higher quality neck than that body. The body's made of plywood. So what I did was I got a Fender Special Run Bullet body. Didn't cost much, about $100. Electronics work great. It's got, I believe they're ceramic pickups. It is a, guitar from like 2018. It's got the black hardware. This thing here, if you do any type of dive bomb, you're gonna kill the tuning. Unless I've broken it in, who knows? It's debatable whether or not that thing is useful. I don't know. Usually it just instantly knocks everything out of tune and it becomes annoying. Yeah. So maybe use it for a solo, I don't know, but the bottom line is it was cool to have that because that body on there, that trimmed arm never was an option. Someone blocked it and I never cared. I was my first guitar ever, didn't really need that nonsense, but eventually I wanted it. I needed it. Now I love them, but having this thing in there is kind of like stabbing yourself in the throat. It's just, you're slowly going to die. Even just having it in there, if you don't use it, I think knocks out the tuning just because there's like that extra weight on this bridge. These 6 screw bridges aren't very stable. So get rid of that. Don't need it. But the guitar itself sounds really good. Lots of good clean tones. When I first strapped it on there, hooked it up to this body, I got a Fender back plate for it just because it looks real nice. I like that F plate. But it would not hold its tuning no matter what I did. I even bought some other tuners that kind of were drop-ins that fit. It still wasn't really well, I think what happened is they required drilling, so they weren't dropping. So those got set aside. So I got these guys, which obviously are not. That's the spice of life right there. Random things happen. Phones fall, you never know. So, locking tuners. People say they're only for quick string changes. There's a lot of truth to that. But I'm telling you, I could not play on this guitar without it going out of tune until I ditched the trim, number one. And then I put these guys in. Well, I had to pay because I'm not a driller. I don't drill. I didn't want to do that. That was risque. So what I did was local guitar shop, like 40 bucks. You know, they actually threw in these strings, which are a heavier gauge string than I'm used to on the top. And then they go light on the bottom, which is what I'm used to, like a custom. I think they're Ernie Ball. I found some Diodarios that are the same, which is my preferred brand. So they've actually been restrung with the Diodarios. But yeah, it's still that weird custom gauge thing. So I've tuned a drop C in this thing and it sounds okay. I've fiddled around with it. This is my wacky tuning guitar, so I don't really care. I do lots of weird things, but you know, the body on that one, I'll do another video for this guy. This guy has a totally different sound, totally different pickups. These are the, you know, Fender Special Run Squire pickups, ceramic. We'll check them out. Here's some tones. Let me know what you think. All right, there it is, YouTube. Fun guitar. Really personal to me because it's the first neck I ever learned on, and the necks I think are more important almost than the body. You know, although this guitar never quite sounded like this. From my memories of how it used to sound, it sounded nothing like this. This sounds way more stratty, probably because these pickups are way newer and better than whatever was in the 93 body. I don't remember. I remember, you know, what I actually did to this neck a long time ago was, because I was so obsessed with Korn, is I put a 7th string on here. I put a B string, and I said, goodbye, E string, I don't need you. And I just drilled with a screw. I widened these string slots, widened them, put a heavier gauge on them. Maybe that's why they wouldn't hold. Who knows? I did a lot of crazy things. So I had like a faux 7 string. It actually held its tuning, and it, you know, was what I played. So I learned with it in standard, and then I eventually just ditched it all, went that way. But yeah, the upgrades to this guitar made it so that you could actually play it, because it was unplayable. So this was the most important upgrade. The bridge, you know, again, you use the bar, it dies, but doesn't matter. I don't think so. It's just for the tones, you know, and for the playability. And it's so light now. That's the other thing. It's not top heavy, maybe a little, but not really. But it weighs nothing. It's in the 6 pound, low 6 pounds. So this thing feels like nothing. You know, picking up this one here, I'm like, oh, the original body, this plywood, oh, you gotta be a man. But this one here doesn't matter. So that is my Squire II with a Bullet body. It's a fun guitar to play. You know, without that trim, it's very stable, holds its tune, and it's a great fun guitar. And it's so light, and there's not a lot of, you know, I don't care. The kids can take it, they can bash it up, they can do whatever they want with it. And those humbuckers sound good. The whole thing sounds good. It lives up to what you would expect it to sound like for a Strat. You know? And you know, I don't really have very many expensive Strats, but I can tell you right now, this thing plays just as well as my Mexican Fender that I have in my Esquire. The neck feels almost the exact same. If anything, I would say this one might even be more comfortable just because I grew up with it. This is like home. So, you know, if you're, you know, and I was afraid to drill and do all that stuff, don't be. You know, it was an easy, fun project that I only required a little bit of help on, which was the drilling of these guys, because I didn't trust myself. But, you know, there's local guitar shops out there, they might even charge less than 40. Who knows? But they had it for a long time, not going to lie. They said 3 to 4 days, they had it for like 2 days. Or 10 or something. I was itching to get it. But it doesn't really matter. Point is, great guitar. If you like it, press like and subscribe. See ya. It's totally out of tune.